Hello everyone, I am Mulbre and today we're playing Handmancers, and I'm going to be completely honest, I work too much, so this is actually my second playthrough since the new demo's been released. I did do one playthrough already with the Scissors gal, and I still haven't done paper or rock, and so hopefully we're going to do that today. I know I left off in my first video for the new demo that we would be checking out the codex, which I haven't done that yet. So we're going to be doing that, and before we actually get started, just so you guys know, they are releasing another playtest where they're going to have new artifacts, and I do believe a new boss enemy, more gems, artifacts, and a new progression system that will allow us to track all items you have gotten in the past. So they've been working hard, they've been taking a lot of suggestions into consideration, they've been responding to messages, and all of that. So if you guys see this video and you're interested in checking out what they're doing, be sure to visit their Discord and maybe snag yourself a key to their playtest. But let's get started. Codex, we're going to do that first. I am going to have to move around the screen quite a bit, but because I don't remember exactly where everything's at. Oh, let's see, I got 15 souls. Manny, like a mani-pedi. Or mana. So I guess let's click on that. I'm guessing the other half might be the progression system. Oh, she's got a hand in a jar. What do we have? Make sure you guys can, oh yeah, you guys can see I'm not blocking anything. The first time I played the demo, my face was blocking like everything important. Craftsmanship. +1 artifact reward during loot. Refinement, +1 gem reward during loot. Okay, and then we have open mind, +1 loot point during loot. Gems, 4 new gem options during loot. Now, I first played the original demo before the codex was a thing, so we didn't have all of this. So I'm kind of wondering, 4 new artifacts, oh, those are coming soon. Interesting. I wonder if these are artifacts that we had access to in the original demo that we don't have access to in this one until we unlock them. Interesting. But I guess we're gonna give ourselves some more loot. Oh, do I have to do... Okay, no, I can do that. Oh, those are the costs. Okay. So you can only buy each item once, and the little numbers are just telling us what the cost is. So these were 1, open mind was 3, and then gem packs 1 is going to cost 5. Chaos control, nice. Re-roll rewards for 1 loot point. Oh, but we know what I'm after. We know what I'm here for. I'm here for Arturo. I'm a simple girl. And I like the nice things in life. Yes, they changed it so in the original demo, all you had to do was join their Discord server and you unlocked Arturo, but in this one you have to do a little bit more work for him. That's okay. We can work for nice things. Alright, we're gonna skip this just because we watched it last time. Or wait, I hope it wasn't different. No, I don't think it was. I think it was the same. Of course, knowing me, it will have been different. That is really loud for me. Okay. There's Arturo. He's rock. Raised among the wisdom of the towering peaks, Arturo has carved strength from rock. When his hand strikes, it delivers the perfect spell with unyielding might. So he has a bracelet of the Ice Guardian, and that's all he gets at the moment. His base damage is 1 for scissors, 3 for rock, 1 for paper. His cards should be geared more towards rock, and they are. Bracelet of the Ice Guardian. Every 2 times you grant shield, grant +1 shield. Okay. But let's get started. So a little bit about the game. It's a roguelite, so it's all about strategy. It's all about building yourself up. You get artifacts and gems that you use to power up your character and power up your cards. I mean, it's requires some thinking, but it's also pretty straightforward. And we got Slimy as our first opponent here. And we have our first rock card. It has Kite Shield, which grants 3 shielding, which prevents X damage. So we're going to throw down paper here. We're going to counter. Nice. And then we could throw down a rock, because the Slimy's got scissors. And then we'll cut up Slimy's paper. Now, I won't read the tutorials, but we'll just parry here. Sprinting is how you get more cards into your hand. If you get a full hand of cards, you don't get any cramps, but if you already have like 1 card left in your hand and you sprint, then one of the cards you pick up will be a cramp. I believe it's the difference between a perfect sprint versus just a regular sprint. Ooh, we got loot. Power increase, grant empower and shield. Sharp metal, deal damage equal to your shields. Gouging blades, deal 1 damage, inflict bleed. Gem combo, deal 1 damage for every gem activated this turn. And then we have Ring of the Stunning Draw. Every 3 times you draw cards, inflict stun. Ring of Dodge. At the beginning of combat, grant 1 dodge. Yeah. So dodge basically puts a stun on our opponent. Ring of the Slow Death. At the end of the turn, deal 2 damage. Oh, I like that. Ring of Counter. Every time you grant shielding, deal 1 damage. So the first original demo I played, I like to do little challenges to make it harder for myself. So how about for this run, I will make a requirement to fill up all of my rings before I'll give myself gems. So we're going to go ahead and do that for this one. We're going to do Ring of the Stunning Draw, and we'll do Ring of the Slow Death. And we'll fill those up before we actually start getting gems. Trying to remember some of the other challenges I've done. I know it was like I have to max out all of my gems on, I think I've done like max all my gems on 1 type of card, so like all rock, before I could put gems on any other cards. I've done that one before. I've done the fill up the rings before. We're just gonna parry those scissors. And then we got the Wide Wild Wolf. Why are you wide? Is it your wide stance? And we'll do a perfect sprint here. Right, and we'll parry the paper with our own paper. Oh, and I've done it again. I need to move myself. Okay, I'm gonna go up to this top corner here. Hi. Let me fix my camera a little bit. Center myself a little bit better. Hopefully that's good. Yes, sorry, I totally announced, I was like, I need to do this, and then I forgot I need to do that. But we have Ring of the Priest. At the end of combat, heal 5 HP. Ring of the Plague Doctor. Every time you heal HP, deal 1 damage. Every time you grant shielding, deal 1 damage. Every 2 times you win, grant 1 empower. Well, I think shielding would be a good one, even though I currently don't have anything that does that. But once I start getting cards going, every 2 times you win, grant empower. I guess let's do, because we're going to get 3 of them. So how about Ring of the Priest, Ring of Counter, and Ring of Commander. Awesome. This goblin. Oh, this goblin. With his thong. Sitting there flossing. It looks like our paths do differ. So we've got a battle, Temple of Trinity, and then Mirror of Fate or Well of Wishes. Well of Wishes rerolls or duplicates an artifact. Mirror of Fate duplicates a gem. I guess we're going to go for Well of Wishes because I'm trying to fill out my rings. So we're going to go down. And I remember a challenge now that I did where it was like only could do the down path or could only do the top path. Oh yeah, things were getting creative. But that was back when I actually streamed live, which I don't do that anymore. So we have Sharp. Every win inflicts bleed. Thief. Every turn steals a card. Stolen cards. This creature has something of yours. Keep hitting it to get him back. Alright, so we're going to want to make sure I'm consistently using the good stuff. Let's go ahead and sprint. Alright, maybe they'll steal the cramp. In which case I don't want it back. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I wasn't paying attention to what he stole though. Yeah, let's go ahead and cramp. Let's get rid of that. And then we have nothing in my hand, so it can't steal. So I lost that first round. But no, it's been pretty interesting. I've been kind of hanging out in the Discord, not really doing much, not really saying much. Partially because I work so long, so many hours, and I end up getting tired and I don't have the energy to really do much. And like I said, this is only the second time I'm doing a run here. But the community has been fairly active in the Discord server, if I recall correctly. I think I saw somebody say that they wrote like a 20-page essay about this game and like how to win and stuff. And so I thought that was pretty cool. I've always thought this was a great game. Ring of Horror, can't grant dodge. So it's an empty circle. We can see that's an empty circle, meaning it would give me an additional loot point. So if I grabbed the Ring of Horror, I would then be able to pick up Endless Rivers, Ring of the Spiky Defense, and Ring of Weakness. I'd be able to get all three of those. But let's see. Ring of Endless Rivers. Every 2 times you inflict bleed, inflict +1 bleed. So basically, I get an additional bleed. Ring of Spiky Defense. Every 2 times you grant shields, grant +1 riposte. Riposte throws the damage back at my opponent. Ring of Weakness. At the beginning of combat, inflict 2 weakness. Weakness reduces my opponent's damage. Can't grant dodge. Do I even have anything that does stuff with dodge? No, but I have stun, so actually why not? Let's do it. Let's get all 4. Fill up all those fingers. Which I think is fun because I think it is exactly 10. Alright, Temple of Trinity. Temple of Trinity allows me to swap my card type. So I have 5 rocks, 2 scissors, and 3 papers. So I could grab a rock and move it over to scissors just to kind of even things out. So now I have 3 scissors. Oh, they changed the animation. Or the image. Interesting. I think I preferred it the old way where it stayed rock, it just turned red. But that's okay. I'm certain they have their reasons for changing it. Because yeah, then instead of having, like, I'd have the 2 scissors, but then I'd have like a red rock pretending to be a scissors. But that's okay. I do like evening it out just a little bit. It's going to come in handy later. We definitely want a more even deck. Alright, Well of Wishes. I can re-roll or I can duplicate. So how about we re-roll the Ring of Horror? Let's re-roll it. And it could be anything. It could be good, it could be bad. So we got a second Ring of Stunning draw. So every 3 times you draw cards, inflict stun. So we're about to be hitting a lot of stuns. Hey, that's not too bad. Doubling up on stuns there. And now we've come to the Goblin. He's a funny little guy. Oh, and I like how you can like shoot the ground. can like click and it explodes. All right, with the goblin, he has scissors enraged, paper enraged, rock enraged. Basically adds +1 base damage to all 3 of those. And duelist considers all parries as wins. So we do not want to parry him. We want to make sure we win as much as possible. However, here in the early game with him, with his strategy, he starts at 1. As you guys can see, his power level up here is just 1. And then it'll go 2 across the board, 3 across the board, 4 across the board, 5 across the board. And I know he starts out with rock. And I cannot remember what the next... I think the next one is paper. I think it literally goes rock, paper, scissors. So I am going to go ahead and... I'm going to swap those 2 rocks around. We are going to parry him just because we are in the very beginning. And I want to keep my scissors. Okay. So he ate through my shields there because one of those gave me some shields. Yeah, there's paper. See, I got this. Yeah, it literally goes rock, paper, scissors. I'm just very happy to have Arturo. I like my rock man. Oh, which did I actually say the words that they're releasing skins that we're gonna have extra pretty people? All right, I am gonna sprint. Oh, he was inflicted with stun. All right, I'm gonna throw down this cramp. I am gonna lose, but all right, and this should be another stun. So helpful, right? I really could have used that like on the very end. Oh, such is my luck, I guess. Yeah, let's just throw down rock. Why not? He doesn't have a timer. Some of these guys do have timers where you have to like beat them in a certain amount of turns, but just trying to like think about what features I'd like to see in this game, and you know, a challenge mode would be... I did not mean to sprint. I meant to push and turn. Whoops. That was a mistake. Oh, I've got rocks. But maybe a challenge mode would be nice. You know, like some of those challenges that I imposed on myself, but this time and make it so that the game says them for me, you know? Kind of enforces the challenge, I should say. Because it is fun to impose my own challenges, but then at any point I could be like, nah, maybe not. Whereas if the game imposed the challenges, then it'd be like, oh yeah, you better do the thing. Alright, I'm gonna throw down the cramp first because I am gonna get the riposte. And then I'll throw down that paper. And then we'll get this other paper going. Yep, the riposte did 6 damage. However, this should end. You know what, maybe I should have done it the other way. Because then I think it would have actually ended the battle without me having to take damage. Although I did have an idea the other day and I've forgotten. I've forgotten what it was. So we have Ring of the Parry God. Every time you parry, deal 3 damage. Oh, I want that. I need that. Ring of the Shield. At the beginning of combat, grant these 3 shield. Ring of Healing. Every time you draw, heal. Ring of the Bastion. Every 3 times you deal damage, grant 1 shield. So I want Ring of the Parry God and Ring of the Bastion. Perfect. And I think that filled up all of our fingers. Let's go, Froggy. Oh, I've only got 15 out of 30 health. So we have Mirror of Fate Duplicated Gem, Tavern, which gives us a bonus to our stats, and then Trinity. I'm not interested in Trinity, so I'm actually going to go down. Oh, nope, I'm missing 1 ring. Okay, I need 1 more ring, and then we'll be full. prop Elder Goblin. He does growth every 3 turns, grant 1 in power. Poker every 7 actions, deal 1 damage, and duelist. So he again does the whole parry thing. So we're starting off with scissors. We're gonna hit him with a rock. And they've got rocks, we're gonna hit him with a paper. They've got paper, so we're gonna hit him with a scissors. And then we get him with a rock at the very end. Now the reason I wanted the Ring of the Parry God is because of this boss. Actually, it's the frog. We're going to be doing a lot of parrying with the frog. Alright, we did pretty good damage on him that go around. Empty out my hand so we get the perfect sprint. And we do have a bit of a mystery. So how about for the mystery? Let's do a rock. Right, when in doubt, go rock. But here's a story for you guys. What got me into initially trying to play Handmancers, because this was a long time ago when I played the original demo, and oh, we parried and lost. But that should have dealt through. Oh, it says 4 damage. It was a long time ago, but what got me convinced to give this game a try was, you know, the great graphics and the interesting concept. But at the time I was playing a lot of Pokemon, and I was playing a deck that used Mr. Mime, so like the Mimey Pokemon, and in that particular card you would actually have to play rock, paper, scissors when you attacked with Mr. Mime, and if you won, it negated all damage and all effects of attacks to that Pokemon. And so when I'd be sitting there playing Pokemon, throwing out my Mr. Mime, I would be negating people's damage. And so it was like, as long as I won the rock, paper, scissors, they could do nothing to him. So I would just sit there and do my little 90 points of damage to like their, you know, EX, or I think it was V. It was V at the time. V star, and V max. So I'd be sitting there doing my like 90 damage to their V Pokemon. And it was a lot of fun. But then it was like, oh, I'm already playing rock, paper, scissors in a card game. Let's do some more rock, paper, scissors in a card game. So Ring of the Leech. Every 3 times you deal damage, you'll heal HP. Ring of Courage. Ring of the Needle. Every 3 actions inflict stun. Ring of the Shield Bender. At the end of your turn, at the end of the turn, grant 1 shield. Alright, this is important. 3 times you deal damage. Every 2 times you grant shields, grant riposte. Every time you grant shield, deal damage. So if I got at the end of the turn, then I could be stacking up riposte and damage. But if I got leech, I could heal. I'm torn between getting 2 gems. Up the sleeve. So up the sleeve, deal 0 damage. Every time this card is drawn, increase the damage dealt by 2. Which I can't tell if that means some cards permanently gain damage, and sometimes they only gain damage for that encounter. Demonic Past. Deal 3 damage to self, grant 2 empower. Peace of Mind. This card considers all losses as parries. Healing Shield. Oh, grant 2 shield, heal 1 HP. Okay. We're going to grab that right off the bat. We're going to throw that down on a rock. It's just right off the bat, we're going to get that. So then that leaves us with 2 we could get. Shield Bender. You know what? We're gonna go for Shield Bender. That way we can get another one of these. We're gonna go with Up the Sleeve. I'll put that on a rock. Nice. He's got like this really cool blue border. Very magical. Get good. Oh, I mean, it's true. It's true words. So here we get to duplicate. Grant empower, grant riposte. You know what? We're gonna duplicate up the sleeve. Yeah, I think we're gonna stack up the sleeve. Start adding on some damage. Which I wanted to count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, it's 13. I thought it was 10. I wonder if they added more. Did I have a buff that added more? Has it always been 13? Questions. Questions I'll never know the answers to. So we have Colossal Charger. Every 2 actions grant courage. Duelist. Rager. Every 15% of missing HP grants 1 empower. And then we have Sharp. Every win inflicts bleed. And he does have the Duelist again. And he's got weakness. So these first 2 are going to cramp on him. But that's okay. We're still going to go for perfect counters here because we can. Oh, it was weakness. That's right. So it's 50% less. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just here vibing and doing damage. I'm not really good with words, honestly, and I'm not good with remembering. Like, in my mind, I know what's happening, but being able to get that out into the world to explain to you guys doesn't always work. We're gonna throw down this. So I'm gonna use the rock that has the up the sleeve, just so that goes back into my deck to make sure that that one gets drawn as much as possible. Because we are gonna get our deck's gonna get shuffled here. Alright, got some heal, did some damage. Oh, but I did lose that one. Alright, we won that one. Perfect. Oh, he's just... all my rings are sitting there ticking, so he's like taking a bunch of damage. Alright, rock, scissors, sprint. Ooh, I think we got the scissors that has up the sleeve, which is not going to do us any good here, so we'll go with this paper. And let's go with the rock that does riposte. Why not? And don't push sprint. I'm like, it's right there, so I'm like, I put my cards down and I just want to sprint. Even though it's like, no, end turn is over here. Oh, you guys can't actually see the, there we go. There. I'm actually not blocking too much here in this little spot. You guys can see the rings as they activate. Okay. So we have rock, paper, scissors, rock. So throw down those scissors, throw down that rock, and it looks like I'm... Actually, we have 18 shields, so I'm going to put the scissors on the rock that only does 7 damage. And then we're going to throw down this paper with smite. But I'm going to lose this very last one. There is a possibility we could kill him before getting to that point. But even then, I have so many shields, he's not going to do any damage. Alright, but he's down anyways. Perfect. Ooh, we're already up to 8 souls. Alright, my rings are full, so, but we'll still look at them. Ring of the 1-2. Every time you inflict stun, deal 3 damage. Ring of the sore throat. Every time you grant courage, deal 1 damage. Oh, that's not a reminder to drink water. Ring of the Berserker. It's a little knocked out bear. At the end of the turn, deal 1 damage to self, deal 3 damage. Ring of the Monk's Staff. Every time you grant healing, deal 2 damage. But we're full up on rings, so we're going to do Rock Stance, grant riposte. Smell of blood, inflict bleed, grant courage. Tiring strike, deal 5 damage. Ooh, we're gonna skip that one. Draw cards until your hand is full. Add a cramp to your deck. Oh. Well, I'm not a fan of that. So I guess we'll do Rock Stance. And it is very specific. This gem can only be applied to rock. Good stuff. Oh, he's so beef. He's so buff. So beefy. Alright, we'll go for this one. This gem. The Bleeding Courage. And I have a feeling I'm not... Oh. He's got like a dragon aura around him now. Or like a baddie dragony aura. It's interesting. I don't want any of these, and I don't have the reroll power, so I can't, like... Which, that was one thing I guess they took away. Like, you used to be able to just free roll. Like, it would still cost you a point, but you could roll, and that was something I saw you had to unlock. Can I... I can't swap out my rings. I don't want these. I guess we'll do Exhausting Draw. And... throw it on paper. Which I do believe we can get rid of cramps from our hand. They just kind of like break on their own. We'll see. Maybe I can get rid of that here at some point. But the little one, a little squishy. Does a bit of a stab. Yeah, it's very violent. Squishy. Alright. Let's do... So what it does is it makes it so this card always wins. So Corrupted. This card always wins. And we've already got rocks, which we've powered up pretty well. Why not? Let's give it to a scissors. And we'll keep our rocks pure. Pure of heart, soul, mind. Alright, good stuff. I hope we find out who these other characters are one day. So the Corrupted King Frog. And now we're gonna see what everything's been building up to. The Froggy Boy. Which there is another boss after him, but the big thing with the frog is he's going to build up riposte, he's going to go through a cycle, and as he's going through that cycle, we're going to switch from doing as much damage as possible to going to parry him. So, right off the bat, we have rock, rock, scissor, scissor, which means we're going to start with paper. We'll go with the Corrupted card, and then we'll throw down our 2 rocks. Because this starting out, we can go all out with damage. We don't have to worry about, you know, not... we don't have to worry about parrying. I like watching the little gems activate. It's very fun, very satisfying to see all those little gems activate. Alright, that was a good start. Good first turn. All my rings are triggering. Doing some bleed. Okay, now the froggy's shields and riposte have popped up, which means we're just going to try and parry him. We'll go for the perfect draw. Okay, go for some nice parries. Alright. So there's our first parry. And this is going to last for a couple rounds. Yeah, we have Dazing Blow, so it's a countdown from 6. Heavily Spiked, which is counting down from 3. So we got a couple more that we gotta work through here, but we should be able to deal damage soon. Oh, we actually had perfect parries across the board. Awesome. Alright, he's cleared out, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so we're going to do some damage. And then we have a Corruption. Always wins, deals 4 damage. So we could do Corruption against Corruption if we wanted to. Alright, so that filled up our hand, but it added a cramp to the deck. Alright. We did have one riposte build up, but we're still good. Oh, did I mess up the one on the end there? I wouldn't be surprised if I messed that up. Was it all, oh, I bet that was, I would think that was the question mark, actually. Alright, so Froggy Boy has exactly one riposte built up. Let's go for this rock, and then we'll put down this scissors. And my shields and riposte are good, so we'll leave that cramp up on the field. So Froggy's inflicting me with stun. Or, I think it's not stun, I think it's... Yeah, every 6 actions inflicts stun. So he is inflicting me with a random stun, that's why these cramps keep popping up. Okay, still looking good. Ooh, that was a good chunk of damage. And my HP is slowly filling up, which is great. But we're already down past the halfway point. Alright, Froggy has his riposte and shields up, so we're just going to make sure we parry. Oh. Alright, I'm going to throw down that rock to make sure I get shielding, and then we're going to throw down this cramp. Good cramp management. Which is totally understandable. I mean, even my hands get crampy and tired. Not while driving though. I've never had an issue holding the steering wheel and doing stuff while driving, but like when I do some drawing and stuff, so I've got myself an art tablet, my hand will get so tired. Or like writing. Writing is the worst. I'll be sitting there writing and I'll get like 2, 3, 4 sentences down and then my hand is like, okay, I'm done. But we have corruption, scissors, paper, rock, which we can go all out for damage on this one. So we'll go rock on the scissors. Let's do the paper that smites. And we are going to sprint, so I can hopefully do some damage. Okay. Alright, they cramped on the first one, so we won, which is fantastic. Alright, they cramped on the second one. Yay for rings! We have inflicted so many cramps on our opponent. Like, we're just gonna need to give him like a banana. Something high in potassium. Alrighty, so no rings. Meta magic. Remove all cramps in your hand. Draw cards. Ooh. Draw cards until your hand is full. Kite shield. Grant 3 shields. Pommel throw. Inflict stun. And harvest. Deal 1 damage. Heal 2 HP. Well, we're gonna go with meta magic. Because I remember there being a build that wanted cramps, because there is a ring that, actually there should be several rings that grant your cramps powers. So like when you play a cramp, it'll deal like 3 damage. So I know that that's a thing. But this particular build, we have not come across any of those items. So in a way, I know unlocking rings is, it's great because then you have more things to choose from. You've got more options, which is always fun. But then it kind of brings up the issue of if you add more rings, it becomes, or not just rings, but like artifacts and gems. When you start adding more of those into the options, it becomes more and more unpredictable as to what it is you're going to get. Whereas it is right now with the limited selection, I know what I'm gonna get. Like it's more consistent. So we have Well of Wishes, reroll or duplicate an artifact, which we're completely full in artifacts, that does me no good. Temple of Trinity, swap one of your cards type and gain power. That also is completely useless. Are there any of these I would like to reroll? Every 2 times you win, grant courage. I guess I could re-roll the courage, but I really don't want to swap a card type. I guess we'll do Well of Wishes. Like, literally, we could have gotten a gem duplicator. We could have gotten the feast. Like, anything but these 2 options. Hello, pretty lady. Give me an artifact of thine and declare thy wish. Can I skip? Can I say no? Oh, there's 2 empty slots down here. Why is there 2 empty slots? So we have at the end of combat, which we're gonna... Well, I guess we could get rid of the end of combat because we're down to the last 2 battles. Let's re-roll it. Oh, it's a little healing. Ring of the Healing Draw. Every time you draw, heal HP. Now that is actually way better. That is way better for what's coming because, like I said, we're down to the last 2 battles. So an additional 5 HP at the end of battle does nothing, but to get HP every time we draw, that is so much better. Hi, Fifi. That was really close. It was really close. So there are a thief. They steal a card. Oh, that's what she was doing. Incredibly sharp. Every win inflicts bleed. Duelist. So again, we want to avoid parries. Rager. Cramp Lord. Your cramps gain the following effect. Deal 3 damage to self. Interesting. So this is a new one for me. Like, I understand the wording and I understand what's happening, but does that mean my cramps deal damage to me, or is it just for Fifi? Then we have stolen cards. So we're going to want to win right off the bat. They have no riposte, no none of that. So we're going to do some perfect counters here. We do have a mystery, so we're going to throw down the Corrupted. Hope Fifi gives me my card back. I like that card. I'm quite fond of it. I don't know which one she took, but... Giving very Midna vibes from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. A little goblin thief. Very lovely D&D creature. Alright, that was a good go at it. Not as much damage as I would have liked at this point. Alright, they've cramped right off the bat. So we're gonna do... Throw down that rock. We'll throw down the rock here. We'll do scissors. We'll do paper and we'll sprint. And they've cramped, so... I guess let's go with paper. Gonna get that going. There you go. Pew pew pew. Right at her feet. Oh great, now it looks like I'm a bully, you know, in those animes where like people throw things at other people's feet to make them jump around. Oh great, now I'm just a classic bully. Poor Fifi. Alright, but that was a perfect round. So we have scissors, rock, paper, rock, scissors. Alright, we're gonna go rock, rock, scissors, corrupted, and I need paper. Oh, I got stunned. Here, you can take the one paper I don't want. Oh, that card really has the potential to screw me up. It's like, too bad I couldn't get rid of that. I'm talking about the one that adds a cramp to my deck. She kind of switches between like a slow hop and a quick hop. But that was another perfect round. And she just took my card. Is she gonna get hit with a cramp? I don't know. We're going to put my cramp on this paper because the paper only does 4 damage. And I have 34 shields and 21 riposte. So I think we're good. And I'll throw down the corrupted on the mystery. And then how about my up this? No, I do have a paper. I can put the paper versus that rock. So we're good there. Alright, so it looks like we are going to lose that one. But that was only 4 damage, and with so many shields and repose, it just did damage back to Fifi. That wasn't much damage. Okay, we're down to 40. Is it gonna stop moving? 43. We're down to 43. I have bleeding. Oh no. That is not good. Actually, we're gonna switch these 2 rocks around. Dare I leave this last one empty? How confident am I in myself? Especially with the fact that they just got hit with 2 stuns. Okay, down to 36. 27. 22. 17. Oh yeah, we're done. We've beaten Fifi. Down to 4 and 0. Perfect. I'm sorry, I'm messing with my monitor. There we go. And I keep adjusting the height of the monitor because sometimes it's like it's too high, it's too low. But we have Demonic Pact, skip that one. War Cry, deal 1 damage. Divinity's Embrace, which does healing and grants healing. Oh, perfect. We're just going to do War Cry, Divinity's Embrace, and Bite. Bite, inflict bleed, grant healing. We're just going to get these 3. Makes my life nice and easy. Don't even need to look at the rings. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a... Oh, it's banners. It's sword and some banners. Okay. Got our flag waving. Oh, we get to power up this rock all the way. Ooh, sparkly. We got the hollow version. Hey. Yeah, that's some highly sought after stuff. And let's go for... Let's power up another rock, because this rock looks different. One rock is all beefy, and this rock's all speedy. Now I got 2 foils. Alright, on to the final boss. Winning... Oh, nope, that's too slow. I'm always too slow with that stuff. This girl's fun. She's got all those hands. Girl's definitely, handy. Alright, let's check her stuff. She has Corruption, Dazing Blow. So Corruption every 3 turns, Corruption lashes out. Dazing Blow. She will inflict stun to me. Duelist, so I can't parry. Rager. Growth. And Cramping Slash. Every 2 turns creates and locks a cramp in a random location. So not only is she going to stun me, but she's going to also cause me to cramp up. Let's go ahead and start with perfect counters here. Yeah, we're going to throw Corruption down on the mystery. And I can't really parry. But let's parry here on the end just so I can sprint. And then that paper will get rid of this cramp. She's Mother, by the way. That's her name. Mother of what? I don't know. She is Mother. Alright, perfect. Got rid of the cramp. We did lose that, but we're still in good standing with my buffs. I've got 5 riposte built up and 4 shields, as well as a healing. Ooh, but she's cramped. Alright, that's good. That's good. That means I can focus more on perfect counters here. All right, and then I can just throw down whatever I feel like throwing down. Awesome. So down below 300, which we managed to skip all of the monsters that have timers, which is nice. Way less stressful when you're not going up against a timer because it's like a bomb ability. And it's really nice not having to, you know, go up against a bomb. Alright, so still in good standing, full health, and all of my stuff is building up. I do have a stun that's gonna get, yep, there's the stun. Alright, they have corruption, so how about corruption versus, well, then they have parry, so we're just gonna parry each other. I'm gonna put up the sleeve there, so that's gonna get me shield, and it's gonna get that card cycling back through the deck. Alright, we'll put corruption up against the rock. There we go. I think that's a great go, you know. Aside from the cramp there at the very end, I think that's a good setup. I do like the art in this game. It is very pretty. Let's go Arturo. Yes. Oh yeah, I did get the blue hoodie on. Blue for Arturo. It was like, yes. I know I wore this. I know I wore my hoodie for the other video because I was hoping to play him right off the bat, and then it was like, oh no, I have to unlock him. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, I'm tempted to put this cramp in my hand because I can. 3 cramps! Oh my gosh, where did those come from? Okay. Alright, we're gonna lose to this paper. I'm about to get hit with so much damage. Oh, here's to hoping. I have 19 riposte and 6 shields, so... And 1 healing. But we'll see. And I just gained a shield, but I still have 20 riposte. So we're going to be hitting her for as much as she's hitting us. But I'm down to 13. I really can't take another hit like that. Okay, we're down to 9, but she's down to 8. Oh no! Dang. Right as she was about to go down too. Oh, Arturo, forgive me. Yeah, I probably could have salvaged that if I had cramped again instead of putting down that last cramp. But I was hopeful. So overall, here's my statistics. Highest damage dealt 45, highest damage in 1 turn 140, damage taken 63, artifacts activated 463. That's a lot. Longest artifact chain 21. Well, 48 minutes is not too bad. But we will go again. We gotta do Arturo justice here. And why not? Let's do the exact same challenge. Let's fill up my rings before I do anything else. Just because, why not? And then we'll just kind of let the strategy guide us. Or let the artifacts guide our strategy, I should say. We take down poor little Slimy here. Our very first little opponent, he's so precious. It was always kind of interesting because we used to have a slime VTuber, that was my thing. Alright, we have Ring of the Dark Soul, grant 2 empower to the enemy. Ring of the Leech, every 3 times you deal damage, heal 1. Spiky Defense, every 2 times you grant shields, grant riposte. Ring of the 1-2, every time you inflict stun, deal 3 damage. Now none of these are going to give me stun, but I could do Ring of the Dark Souls and then just like grab everything. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get this filled up as much as possible, and then I can always reroll, delete, that kind of stuff. Can sprint at any point to draw cards. It is tiring though. Is that a nipple ring? But like, it takes up their whole oh my god. That is a massive piercing. That's a little much. Okay. Anyways, they have sharp. So we're just gonna parry and then do some damage. I can't with that. That's like their whole pectoral. Okay. We're gonna do some perfect counters. Okay, give me the scissors. And he's got a hand, so he's like throwing a hand at us. He's quite literally throwing hands. And I just noticed... Oh my gosh. I think he's naked. I mean, probably not. He's probably got a tiny little patch. Tiny little cloth, a little square. Just enough to not actually be, you know. Oh, get that scissors down there. Little tribe goblin. Alright, now what do we have for options? We have Ring of Enfeeblement, -2 base damage. Ring of Counter, every time you grant shield, deal damage. Ring of the Joker, every time you inflict weakness, deal damage. Ring of the Jab, at the beginning of combat, inflict stun. Alright, we're gonna go with Counter and Jab. Oh, which I get a third one. So I guess Ring of the Joker. Not that I have anything that does weakness. I don't really need... I mean, I could go for Ring of Enfeeblement just to get the Ring of Joker and then have one extra. Grant 2 shield, heal 1 HP. Ooh, no, we're gonna skip that one. Grant 1 healing, heal 2 HP. Discard 1 random card, draw 2 cards. Why not? Let's give myself... Actually, hold on. Every time you grant shields. Yeah, I do need shields. Get that ability. Let's get that ability rolling. Alright, Goblin Boy. With your floss. You know, when the dentist tells you to floss, I don't think that's what they meant. Alright, we have Temple of Trinity. Swap your card's type. And then we have Mirror of Fate. And then we have the Tavern. And Mirror of Fate. Let's do the Tavern and Mirror of Fate. Because we didn't do the Tavern the last time, so we'll do Tavern this time. We have plus 10 HP, 1 base damage, 1 rock damage. 1 base damage, 10 HP. So, the same thing. 3 scissors, 1 rock, 1 paper damage. Oh, not that one. 3 rock damage, 1 damage. So let's do the 3 scissors plus 1 rock plus 1 paper. Didn't get HP, but that's okay. Yeah, again, that just goes by way too quickly. It was talking about the Tribe of Blades. Alright, we're going to duplicate the healing shield. We're going to put that right there on that rock. We need, like, an archive of all those little things that pop up. Because they go by way too quickly. I'm like both a slow reader and a fast reader. And then also a not properly reader. Ooh, we got Biggie! He has damage resistance, so he reduces 10% of damage. And Clinch Master, every win inflicts 2 weakness. So he's right off the bat stunned. So we're gonna go for some nice counters here. And then we can just throw down whatever. So how about a paper? That did 2 damage. That's 2 whole damage. Alright. We can do a perfect sprint. Awesome. I can see my rings are activating. Yeah, this one's every time you deal damage and every 2 times you grant shield. Let's see. So we have rock, scissors, paper. So we'll do scissors. Row down a rock, and I guess we can parry. Why not? It's safe to parry against Biggie. We don't have to worry about that too much. I think at this point, just cramp management is probably my best bet. Alright, good deal. Alright, we got scissors. We got paper. And I don't... Alright, we're gonna parry these last 2 just so I don't get a cramp in my hand. So we'll win and then parry. But we're still gonna get some damage done because of our rings and our artifacts. Alright, and we got perfect counters for this one. So that he had rock, scissors, paper, so I was able to perfect counter. I think he just looks so happy all the time. Like, he's just happy to be included. Alright, and then we'll parry that one. Alright, and then we'll counter. They had paper, rock, scissors, so I was able to parry 1 and counter 2. But that is the end of the battle. Part of me just wishes, like, that YouTube magic. Skip to the end. Every time you heal, deal 2 damage. Your cramps gain the... Oh, here's one of the cards I was talking about where it gives cramps powers. Your cramps gain the following effect, deal 1 damage. So we're gonna go for Ring of the Shield Bender, Ring of the Monk Staff, and then Ring of the Greed to give our cramps some powers. And then we've got one ring left. But hopefully I can get some rerolls. Get rid of some of these negative ones. Alright, so again, Warlord, everything gains power, and then he's Duelist, so no parries. Paper. And we're just gonna throw down all paper because he's got the cramp right at the beginning, so we can just do perfect counters all the way through. And he does have 2 in power. That's why he's got 3 damage instead of 1 damage. Because it's multiplying it. Alright, then we've got paper. Oh, I needed... I needed another scissors. I guess we're gonna throw down a cramp because that'll... Why not? It'll do 1 damage. Kind of like slapping him with a limp noodle, you know? It's emotional damage. But we'll get a perfect counter for this next one. As well as a lot of extra damage and riposte. So overall, going up against the scissors ain't too bad. Alright, so far so good. Getting myself some healing, getting some health. Alright, we got rocks. Well, that's... that's not great. Well, it's gonna go rock, paper, scissors. So I want to keep my scissors. And I can parry with rocks, even though I'm gonna lose. I will get some riposte, and I do have shields. We're good. We're still in this. I'm at 28 health, and I kept my scissors without adding a cramp. And the scissors short. Alright, let's throw down this paper, because this paper's gonna do 4 damage. It is a parry, but hopefully I'll survive. Ooh, 22 health. That was a big chunk of my health gone. But it will be scissors next, and I'm prepared for that. So we're gonna get perfect counters through all those scissors. Alright, so far so good. It's interesting, his Empower isn't dropping off. But I guess nor is my Empower. My Empower is not dropping off either. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna need to swap one of my rocks over. Oh boy, so it's gonna go rock, paper, so I want to keep my scissors. I guess we'll throw down a rock that gives shields and healing because I'm gonna need it. I only have 9 shielding. So this will give me exactly 11 shields. 12 shields. So I shouldn't take any damage from this. Yep, no damage. Oh, but we won! Yay! Alright. So we have Ring of the Stunning Draw. Every time you deal damage, grant +1 healing. Ring of the Sore Throat, Ring of the Slow Death. So we can either start dealing damage at the end of each turn, or I can give healing to myself every time I deal damage. Let's go for the Stunning Draw. Ooh, I can grant dodge and inflict cramps. Let's go for that. And that's a paper exclusive. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Paper's like torn itself apart and now has like a ghostly fist. Alright, on to Froggy. No point in even looking at any of that at this point because it's just going to be Frog. Alright, we do have Mirror of Fate to duplicate. We do have a reroll. I want Temple of Trinity though. Oh my gosh. I guess we're going to duplicate because I need Temple of Trinity. I need to even out my deck. Alright, so we're going to go for grant dodge, inflict stun. We're going to duplicate that one. It's just like, nope, not even going to think about it. That's what we want. That is a good one to have. It'll definitely slow down our opponent. And then Temple of Trinity. Sorry, I have a bad habit of like touching my face a lot. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna move that over to scissors. Even it out just a little bit. Because like you guys could see I was having issues when it came to consistently parrying. Because it would have like, it'd have the 3 papers on screen, but I only ever had 2 scissors in my deck. So it was literally impossible to do perfect counters and stuff like that, so. Oh, these guys are fun, the wolf pack. Incredibly Sharp, Charger, and Defender. These guys are fun. The whole pack comes together to form the shape of rock, paper, and scissors. So they have a cramp, rock, scissors, and mystery. We'll go ahead and do some counters here. And then I know I'm going to win that one. So how about we throw down scissors and hold on. Inflict stun. I can't remember if that stun will immediately go to the next card over. Alright. I can't remember, so we're going to test it out. So I think it used to be it would automatically play that stun. And the next... yeah, okay. So it does automatically apply the stun. So that stunned out that. Alright. I'll have to remember that when we get up to the frog. Could be bad. And they were stunned because of the paper from the previous round. Alright, that was a good go. Down below the 100 HP mark. Oh, that's not where rock goes, that's where scissor goes. There we go. That could have been bad. Alright, perfect counters. And we're going to be inflicting a lot of stun this go-round. Okay. Not a lot of damage, but decent. I've noticed my Ring of the Stunning Draw has grayed out. I wonder why that is. It's like it's completely grayed out, and so has Bracelet of the Ice Guardian. Alright. Not too much. It's Cramp, Rock, Scissors, and Mystery. Not much can be done there. Oh, there we go. Ring of the Stunning Draw has come back to us. It must have been grayed out because it had just activated. Scissors. Actually, we're gonna put down this rock. So I switched out my rocks because the first one I had was just the Kite Shield one. I switched it with the one that... oh, actually, I want to keep the one that heals in my hand. I lied. I'm gonna throw down the paper. Little wolves are so cute. I'm standing up. I've always thought the animations were too quick though. I wish the animations lasted just a little bit longer. Because it goes by so quickly, and it took me a while to realize that they were even doing anything when I first played. That's okay. That's just me being slow. I don't think it's anything negative against the game. At the same time, you know, you put that much work into these animations, but they go by so quickly. Alright, loot. I have Envelop, Inflict 2 Stun, War Cry, Deal 1 Damage, Grant Courage, Willpower, Grant Empower. So we have Courage versus Empower. And Iron Skin. We are not going to be doing Iron Skin, so how about these three? Ooh, we got the fancy lady. The paper, she gets all... oh, what's the word? I don't know, fancy. That's all I have. She gets fancy. Alright. And we'll get Willpower. So the difference between Courage and Willpower, Courage is deal 50% damage for the next X actions, and Willpower, deal plus X damage. Or Empower, excuse me. The gem is Willpower, the ability is Empower. Alright, I think all of my cards except one do something now. which is good, which is good. It means we're always gonna have something happening. I should probably be reading these as I click on them, but I'll just read them when they load in. Oh, it's this guy! The almost proficient cultist. Dark magician. He, every turn, plays and locks a random card in a random location. Dodge master. Every 3 actions grant dodge. Mad. Everything works in reverse, so I just lost this one. And shaman. Doesn't allow you to check your deck and discard pile. Okay. So everything's in reverse. That is important to know. And he's cramped right off the bat, which means scissors is going to win against rock. And I would need paper to win this interaction here. We're going to throw down this scissors. We're going to put down this rock here. And he has nothing against parrying, so we'll go ahead and parry that scissors. Won that one. Perfect. Won that round. And lost because he locked a card in place. Well, it's a good thing he cramped. Alright, in reverse. So we want rock against paper. We want scissors against rock, and we'll put this paper down. Let's do the paper that does 2 stun. Just to really start stunning him out, you know? Stun him with our amazing powers and abilities. Shock and awe. Oh, parried that one. Nice. Perfect. Stun him. Alright, and then that paper will actually stun the next paper. So we can put down paper, which will stun out the scissors. So we can do... Oh, let's do another paper to inflict more stun. So we're just going to be doing like pure damage through this one. This is going to be a stunning experience. Rather shocking. Kind of makes you feel bad because you can only imagine like the hands like cramping up. Kind of one of those sorry not sorry moments, you know? He's got 3 of them. Oh, I'm terrible. And then we'll throw down another paper, because why not? This is gonna mess me up with the frog, though. This is seriously gonna mess me up with the frog. I may not actually get past the frog. This is actually gonna be really bad. Alright. Oh no, wait. Everything's in reverse, so... Scissors wins against rock. I guess we'll put rock down in the mystery and we'll parry with the scissors. Okay, I actually won with the random placement, so that was great. And what do we get? Show me paper. Oh, we lost that one. Well, the first loss, but we did win the battle. That went pretty well. No complaints. I mean, okay. I'm a truck driver. I can find something to complain about. It's kind of what we do. Like now. Like, I don't want any of these. I guess we'll get bite and throw that down. The first 2 really weren't great choices. This one's deal 1 damage to shelf, grant 4 shields, grant 2 empower, inflict 3 weakness. And we have extensive draw, so I guess we'll do that. Why not? Oh! It's got a little house! Oh, how lovely! Good little house. Alright, that gives us one of these. We can do iron skin or investment. I guess we'll do investment. Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be doing weakness, which is gonna reduce my damage for 3 turns. Oh, it's got like a little poison vial. Okay. Makes sense because I am basically poisoning myself. Alright, let's see if I can get through Froggy. This is gonna be interesting. Like I said, because the thing is with the frog, because he's gonna be building up that riposte, when I start doing the excessive amount of cramping, it's basically gonna mean that I'm gonna be doing a lot of damage, which means I'm gonna be triggering that riposte. So they've cramped off the first bat, so I've put down this first paper, which is gonna cause this rock to cramp out. So we're gonna throw out this next paper, which is going to cause the next 2 to cramp out, so it really doesn't matter what I do. So how about we get that rock, the one that's going to hurt myself. Because if we start getting these, the stunning out of the way before the riposte builds up. See how much— oh, there's one riposte. But I have gotten some shields going. Okay, so far so good. Okay, his riposte has started, so now we want to do parries. Okay, they have a mystery up, but they do have a second scissors. Actually, we're gonna hold on to that scissors. Let's do Warcry. And for the mystery, how about we're gonna hold on to the one that does the investment. We're gonna hold off on investment. And they cramped. Yep, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Okay. I do have a little bit of healing. I lost that one, which I think losing that did less damage to me than actually, like, winning. Alright, and that was another perfect parry. And the riposte is gone, so we can go back to winning. Alright, I have Envelop, which is going to inflict stun, so we'll leave that cramp there. And it does have Ring of Greed, so it's going to do 5 damage. That paper is going to gray out. So how about this rock, which is going to give me shield and healing. No, let's do this rock, and then we'll do this rock. So we will end up parrying this last one, but that should be okay. But we're going to do the one the investment. So we're going to give myself a little bit of Empower, but then also going to give myself a little bit of weakness. Now that went from 8 down to 4. But I'm still in this. Still holding out. It just requires a little bit more brain power. You know, it's good for me. All right, do Blazing Blow, that's at 6. Heavily Spiked is sitting at 3. So for this very first go, I'm holding out pretty good. It's gonna take him a couple more turns before— oh, he does have 1 riposte. I guess we'll parry that and then do a perfect sprint. So I can do paper, which will cramp out that rock. I think I should be good to win against that and then do the parries, which I'm not actually going to win against that. All I can do is parry. I guess let's do the kite shield. Oh, it's not going to parry because it's going to cramp out, so it doesn't matter. Like, I was literally just telling that to myself and then I immediately forgot. That's okay. And then they cramp, so I'm gonna win. But they didn't have riposte yet, so we're still good. Okay, holding out. There's the riposte buildup. Alright. So we're gonna do parry, parry. Oh no, she's gonna inflict stuns. Alright, so not her. Grant 2 shield. Alright, we're gonna go for the rock that does shielding. And hope the Froggy Boy doesn't get cramped. Because those ripostes, man, those will mess you up. Like, this riposte deals 10 damage the next time it loses. So yeah, those will stack up. Now it's at 17 damage. So we would, yeah, avoid that at all cost. Alright, we're down to 27 though. Down to 18. And I can go all out. Perfect. And I actually feel like... I'm gonna move that there. Okay. This should actually end the battle. We should be good. Yep, and there it goes right on the first one. Okay, we've made it past the frog. That's the one I was really worried about. Ring of Gluttony. All enemies have plus 10 HP. It's a little vicious burger. Pain. Deal 3 damage to self. Deal 9 damage. Deal 1 damage. Grant 2 shield. Gem combo. Deal 1 damage for every gem activated this turn. Deal 1 damage. So I definitely want these 3. Defensive strike, gem combo, and leech. Just gonna go for those 3. Keep it nice and simple, you know? Oh, oh, there is a skip option. Nice. Oh, but you know what? I think I remember somebody being all like, for speedrunners. I think they specifically said that, like, for speedrunners, add a skip button. Interesting. Are we gonna start seeing some Handmancer speedrunners? That would be fun. Oh, we have a perfect. No matter what, we're gonna get a mermaid. Awesome. I can re-roll one of these. I got 2 negative ones. Oh, this is a new enemy. The Haunted Beast. Okay. So they are incredibly sharp. Strong defender. Every turn grants 5 shields. Colossal Charger. Accelerated growth. Every 2 turn grants 1 in power. And Clinch Master. I almost feel like this dog is more stacked than the final boss. But alright. Let's throw down, you know. I'm all for it. Alright, I think that's pretty good as we're gonna get it, because they're stunned out. Then I'm gonna stun the next one. Then I'm gonna inflict weakness and empower to myself while building up shields. So I think we're good. And then I do have rock to counter the scissors. I've got rock against the mystery and scissors against the paper. So overall, looking at hopefully doing a bunch of damage. I'm looking at this beastie. I don't think I'm going to do as much as I might have been hoping. I have built up shields pretty good. We're at 11 already. Okay, got to draw 2 cards. Ooh. Oh, 40 HP lost on them. Okay. What do we have? We have rock, scissors, and paper. So we'll do paper, which is going to stun out the scissors. So at that point, it doesn't matter what I do. I can do kite shield. No. I'm going to hold on to that rock for now. Let's do scissors versus scissors, because that is going to cramp out. And we'll do scissors on the paper. Yeah, this dog is pretty beefy. Between Clinch Master, Accelerated Growth, and like all of these are just definitely like buffing itself up. And unlike the frog, none of that's gonna clear out. Because the frog's shelled ability switched between clearing out all buffs and adding the buffs. Alright, they've got rock, scissors, paper, rock, scissors. I have a rock, so we're gonna throw that down, and I have a paper. Now this paper is gonna inflict 2 stuns. So how about I move this rock to the end? Alright, and then they've got scissors, paper, rock. And it's gonna be stunned out twice, so it really doesn't matter. So I want to hold on to those papers. So I guess we'll throw down that scissors. No, let's do the Ring of Investment because it is going to be cramped out. And that one's going to cramp. Okay, so that doesn't matter what I put there either. Alright, there we go. We'll do this order. Nice. Smackdown. Alright, down to 150 HP on the Haunted Beast. Little Spectral Ghost Puppy. Nice. And that cramps. Perfect. Down below 100. And they're up to 4 in power. Oh boy, oh boy. So this scissors is going to deal 7 damage, which is great. I'm looking at my 2 rocks trying to decide which one I want. I have... Okay, I want this rock to be further down, because this is the one that has the gem combo, and then we'll do the defensive strike one before it. Okay, and then I got a paper, so we can counter that. And for the scissors, let's do the Warcry one. This is going to do 7 damage. And we'll see if we can't take down this beastie in this turn here. Which wouldn't be too bad. Ooh, down to 41, 33, 25. Ooh, might actually, 17 might actually take it down. Yeah, I think this is, yep, that's it. That's that. Also, there was like a random eating animation, or the sound effect. Sound like an eating sound effect. Okay, deal 2 damage to, oh my gosh. Scissors, I swear, they all are about like damaging yourself. Kite shield, grow, and dodge. So we're just gonna do these 3 gems right here. We're gonna skip over that self-inflicting pain. Very nice. All shieldy and sparkly. We have grow. I'm not thinking too much about where I... Oh, that's fun. It's got little vines on it. It took grow very literally. That's nice. And then we have dodge. You know what? Let's finish powering this one up all the way. Let's make it a foil. Oh, very fun. It's got like a pedestal behind it. A sunset and a pedestal. It might be just like a massive rock formation. The clan of Stonehail, really? I need to know the origin of my clan. As Clan Stone, I must know my origin, but those words went by too quickly. I appreciate the minimal loading screens. But I need like an archive. Alright, girly. We're gonna get rid of the Ring of Dark Soul. Grant 2 empower to the enemy. We're gonna do that one. And let's just re-roll it. It could be good, it could be bad. Ring of the 1-2. Every time you inflict stun, deal 3 damage. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I have a lot of stun. I have a lot of stun. A lot. That was probably like the best ring I could probably get. Alright, mother. You and me. Ooh, starting off with damage right off the bat. Okay. So she's cramped right from the get-go. So we will do my envelop to cramp her even further. And then this is going to be 1, 2, and then we'll do this paper to cramp her again. Actually, no, if I cramp out the mystery one, I think that'll be more helpful. Okay, there we go. We're just going to go with that lineup. Because her whole thing is going to be cramped out. She's not going to be very happy with me. I feel like even though I'm using rock, this feels like a paper deck. Had a lot of paper cards come up. Oh yeah, just cramped her out. Really cramped her style, you know? Alright, they've got scissors, paper, rock, and they've put a cramp in the rock slot. So we are going to do this paper, which is going to cramp out where my cramp is. It will parry, but that shouldn't be the end of the world. I don't think she has Duelist on. She does have Duelist on at the moment, but that is gonna have to be what it is, just so I can parry with the cramps. And then they have scissors and paper. So I guess we'll throw down a rock. Alright, we're gonna go for the rocks that are gonna heal, because I'm gonna need that. Then let's do Warcry. The scissors that has Warcry. Alright, let's see how that goes. Okay. Alright, and that is gonna hit her with stun for the next one. Even though I lost, we're not gonna... That's gonna parry. So the nice thing with Duelist is all parries with scissors, paper, and rock. It doesn't talk about parries with cramps. So if you can parry cramps with her, that'll definitely help a lot. Alright, we've got rock, scissors, paper, corrupt, scissors. Alright, so we're gonna throw down my rocks where I need them. And my scissors where I need it. And I do have a cramp. I'm just gonna leave it there because it's an 8. It's the lowest on the board. And I can take it. I'd rather not add cramps to my deck at this time. But we do have rock. Alright, it is gonna... Let's do this one mist shape. Actually, what's the difference between the two mist shapes? Oh, one gives me courage. We're gonna add courage. We're gonna give myself some courage. Do a little extra damage. So I did get my papers, and so we're gonna cramp out some stuff, but... Cause a little pain, cause a little misery. Okay, okay. Arturo is getting some good shields going, though. He's got 18 at the moment. And there goes my weakness. Yay. Oh boy. 2 cramps! Lady? That's alright. I know what to do here. I have those 2 cramps, but I have the lady who's going to do envelop. So I'll put her on that rock, which is going to cramp those out. So it's going to create parries. Nothing's going to happen there. I can do scissors on this paper and scissors on this final paper. So overall, I'm still technically going to win this round. Minimal damage. Oh, when you do the clicky at her, it's all purple. It's a nice purple explosion. Oh, you can even like shoot the cliffside. Can't shoot the floating building bits, but you can shoot everything else. No, I don't want to leave that there. If I'm going to leave that there, I'd rather put it on this 10. But we have this one. I don't want this one first. I want this one more towards the end. I'll put that cramp on the 11. That dealt some damage to her, nice. All right, we'll do my scissors. So they have open slots are paper and rock. And because of the rock, I am going to get to do this paper. Ooh, there's like a nice little trail effect. No, don't sprint, don't sprint. I keep doing that to myself. It's like, don't sprint. It's like, just don't do it. Like, gotta wait. Girl, sprint, just wait. Then that's gonna cause them to cramp. And I think this is phase 1 of Mother. And now she goes to like power pose on us. She's got very nice, lovely hair. Oh my gosh, the first time. If the fight doesn't end in 5 turns, deal 1000 true damage. Lady! Lady, no! Alright. Bring it. Alright. So I have a mystery and a rock. So I guess we'll do my paper here on the end. And I need to be doing a lot of damage, so... I've done it before, I can do it again. Sorry, I'm like... I don't know why my voice is so rough. I try not to, but... it happens. It does the thing. I need myself a ring of the sore throat. I have to like make that like a cosplay, go find a red scarf. Like, this is my Handmancers cosplay. So we could cramp against cramp. Do I have... So this is going to do 9 damage, grant 1 healing. This one's going to inflict a bleed. Yeah, let's do this paper because it's going to cause that to cramp out. Alright, this will be perfect actually. That's actually going to be really perfect. Because that'll cramp, which will be parry. It's all the paper's up against a cramp, which will cause the next one to cramp, which is rock. So I'll win that round. And then rock will win against scissors, scissors will win against paper. Awesome. Perfect. Got her down to 116. down to 80. Oh my gosh, and I still have 3 turns left. Look at her hit me with this crap. Okay. Let's just... You know what? Let's leave it. Let's leave it where it's at. Let's see what happens. I'm tempted to keep pushing sprint. Just start dealing damage this way. Okay, so we have scissors in the forefront, so I need to hit her with a rock. This rock is going to be for every gem activated. Okay. Alright, we're going to put this paper here because it's going to stun that out. And it'll stun that one, which is a rock. Let's do this other paper. And then against... Alright, I guess we're just going to put this rock against these scissors and see what happens. Oh, this went much better. And that's that. That's Mother. That is a full run. With Arturo. Yay! Yay! And I did a little challenge. I filled out all my rings before doing anything else, which is grand. So that's always good. Yeah, I really liked making up challenges for myself back when I was streaming, and I'd sit there and I'd like put it on the screen, be like, this is what we're doing for this playthrough. So that was really good. Oh, my camera's desynced. Hold on a minute. Is it better? Yeah, that's better. I hopefully it's not desynced for you guys when the thing actually plays, but I don't know why it does that, why it desyncs like that, but oh well, it is what it is. When you're on a budget, you're on a budget, and I really don't. I have seen, I think some streamer or some content creators will actually like, they record their video completely separate from everything else that they're doing. So like they'll just be able to like splice things together that way, which is why they can do some like interesting things with their cameras. But for me, my camera is on OBS. Like, it's all just one unit. That's okay. Anyways, the most important thing, Arturo, pretty rock man. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was good. I liked being able to play with Arturo again. But I guess we'll have to unlock the paper gal whose name I cannot remember. I know I suck with names. I so suck with names. But we did 1700 damage. Highest damage dealt was 23. Highest in one turn was 193. Damage taken was 22, so we really dodged a lot of damage. Artifacts activated 474. Longest chain was 22. I think that was a longer chain than last time. So no, I won't complain about that. I definitely will not complain about that. That was a good run. That was good. Continue. Yes. So quitting like that will not affect your gameplay, will not affect you at all. They are going to address that later, because I did see some things where people were like really concerned with a lot of stuff. I remember when I loaded up this version of the demo, like the first thing I did was I went and checked out the codex, like right from the very get-go. But that's because me as a returning player, the codex was new. But I understand that it was like people who hadn't played the original demo, they weren't looking at the codex originally. They were immediately going into gameplay. And then it was like a scary, like, what do you mean confirm going back? And it's like, you need to go back to upgrade, but now the game is asking, are you sure? So it was definitely a bit of a hurdle. But which I think is great, having all of these people who are able to give this feedback, because yeah, me as a returning player, it was like, oh, well, that was the first thing I looked at, because to me it was new. I didn't, you know, it was like, it was definitely definitely a different perspective coming in as somebody who's accustomed to all of this stuff. Because like this power, reroll rewards for 1 loot point, that was something we were able to do for free in the previous demo. That was just like already there. Hero. You heal 33% of each. I wonder if these are like 1 mana when defeating undead. Okay, I wonder if this chain is stuff that we automatically get. Like, it's not artifacts that we have to grab. Basically, it gives us more mana. Gives us more souls. Artifact packs. Okay, so it's Cress. I don't remember what I called her earlier. I think I called her Katniss. But it's Cress and Melissa. Cress, Arturo, Melissa. You know what? Maybe I should just write that down. I guess we'll unlock Melissa. Oh, we can't. I have to unlock this next level. Okay. So it's like no matter what, I have to get that. And then there is a subclass. So this unlocks our bracelets. We now have Melissa unlocked. So we have Cress, Arturo, and Melissa all ready to be played. I am not going to do Melissa for this video because it does take an hour and I can only record an hour at a time. So my dear sister's gonna have to do quite a bit of editing to splice these two parts together. I mean, it probably will end up being like a 2-hour long video, but I can only record an hour at a time just because of the video transferring process. We have to use Google. We use the Google Drive, and I only got 10 gigabytes of data. And it's like, if I want to have like decent video quality for you guys, it takes up that whole 10 gigabytes to upload an hour. I think I get like an hour 20 specifically, but it takes up that whole 10 gigabytes. So I gotta upload it. She's gotta download it, delete it from the drive, and then I gotta upload the next part. So it's a process. But anyways, it was a lot of fun. I was glad to have some time to play it this weekend. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out their Discord. And until next time, I hope you have a positive day. Bye-bye, everyone.